LootBet, online esports betting. Dota, CSGO, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and many more. Bet on tournament matches or in-game events while viewing them live. Deposit using money, bitcoins, or even skins. Join LootBet now. Use the code you see here when you deposit and grab your bonus.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After a long best of three, we now go into our second quarterfinal of today. It is going to be between Heroic and AGO, and, well, it's a bit of a different look, Heroic. We've got Croman standing in for today alongside the legend that is Freiburg. And, well, with them will be the three remaining members of this team. Of course, we've already seen Yugi and Snappy jump ship, and I believe that Rubino may be here, or he joined the server for a second. It was kind of weird. He joined the server for a second, but I think he is sick today or something, so I'm sure he'll be their biggest fan, their cheerleader, get the pom-poms out from his bed, or I hope he's recovering well. But yeah, they're going to be facing off against AGO. Now, when you look at this Heroic versus AGO battle that has occurred many times, it's not great. AGO have lost every single time. The closest they've come was actually the last time they played each other. And that was an overtime victory for Heroic, which actually, them going to overtime was enough to stop them getting to the Pro League Finals in Dallas. So that was probably the most irritating time for Heroic, if anything. But I'll be interested to see if we can finally see an AGO victory. It does seem like this team is a bit more of a kryptonite for them, but at the same time, this is the weakest we've ever seen this roster. It's, or at least over the past few months. Like, we obviously lost Yugi fairly recently, like, in terms of him not playing, and then Snappy has now gone to join Optic with him, which I definitely think looks like an interesting roster, to say the least. But I'm actually kind of excited to see Croman in this team, because I think whenever I've seen No-Reg play, he has been the man to watch. Obviously, Freiburg goes without saying. I don't think anybody needs to state the value of having someone with his amount of experience and, well, almost, I want to say decor, as sort of the amount of trophies that he's had throughout his career and success along the way. And also, like, I still remember when I was fairly late to join in the sort of Counter-Strike gaming trend, and I remember just watching, like, Freiburg's videos and seeing all the, like, spray control techniques and, like, the aim training stuff. So, this guy is a legend in his own right. There's no doubt about that, so very excited to see him, even if it is just a sort of stand-in situation, and you never know, maybe it'll become a little bit more permanent. I'm sure the guys at Refresh are treating him very well. The difference being, though, is in a lot of online matches, they have had Peacemaker with them. And he is a man who definitely gives them quite a lot of tactical depth. So we'll see if that's going to be missing from their play today, or if it is just going to be another day at the office for them versus AGO. Either way, it's going to be that fast speed push on Inferno, and it has started with a bang. But they've missed Money! Money in the back lines. Okay, they'll get him in the end. It won't be too much of a problem, but definitely could have been. Didn't expect the third player, and maybe they should have done. It is going to be Croman and Croman. Just Croman. Only Croman. Managed to find one at least, but, well, let's be real here. He's not winning this. He doesn't have a kit. There was never a kit. CT side did not plan to have to retake the site, and if they did, they planned to have either a man advantage or at least a lot of time remaining. Definitely not the circumstance here for Croman. Looking to try and hold on to his Kevlar, and PHR won't even allow that. Good round from him. AGO will take the lead as they go 1-0 up. Here we go, though. CT side, they've gone for an investment into some pistols. It's not going to be, like, a full investment. There's a few players saving a little bit of cash. Interested to see who's AWPing now, actually. Because, so, before it was, obviously, Yugi. Then Yugi had his break, and it became Snappy. Now Snappy's gone. Who does it fall to? Like, who takes that AWP reins? Just looking at the remaining players, probably just going to hold on to their pistols, give themselves something for the next round. Cal, or Toa, or Toao is going to be looking to try and stop that from happening. Make some money with the SMG. I still don't know, to this day, how to pronounce that name. I'm pretty sure I've been told about 400 times. And, I absolutely have no idea. Also, I remember last time I was saying Groovy, everybody was like, no, it's Groovy. Something weird. I'm sorry, guys. My pronunciation of names is never going to be on well, there was also the argument, isn't it like Freeberg or something? That blows my mind. It's Freiberg. I don't care. Even if he says it's something else. That's what you called, mate. Either way, 2-0. AGO now with a chance to make some more moolah. Cal, or Toad, as he was called by Sponge. Not because he didn't realise it was an O, just because he wanted to call him Toad. And Furlan, with the Mac Daddies. He's still in Ukraine. Right now, no. Right now, I'm in the United Kingdom, but tomorrow, well, sort of tomorrow. I'm going back to Ukraine at 11 PM, so it is quite a late flight for this game. See, now, if I'm going off statistics, I want to say heroic, but just based on the fact that AGO actually have their full roster and not two stand-ins, I'm going to go with AGO. Proman. Actually going to get a couple here. Chance to steal away a rifle, but can't quite net them, and they have found the stack. This should be very easy to work out from here. Nice shots from Snatchy. He will be allowed to fall back, and Nico left alone, and they're going to leave him alone. All by himself. Roman or S-Tag should be AWPing. Okay. Pretty sure Chroman wasn't AWPing on no reg, right? That says something along the lines of 30-minute delay. And yeah, if anybody is wondering why we are behind, it's because the other game lasted so long, and well, we wanted to still stream this one and that one. So rather than just cancelling one or missing rounds of them, we decided to start them a little bit late. I think that's the best decision. Both teams agree. And I'm guessing they did. Or they were forced. Nico has managed to find himself an AK-47, so that's something at least. Bring him to the next round will increase the amount of utility that they have. Always said Groovy. Yeah. Wait, 10 different ways. I would say Toa, Tao, Toao, and Toad. I don't know how else do you say it. Ooh. Yeah. After a while, it just becomes noises. Like, yeah. Like someone sneezes halfway through. Yeah. Say Tao. Cal's going to keep his Mac Daddy. Groovy's currently the bomb planting king, as he is 0-0-1 but has 8 points. That is true skills. Farland's going to go down to Nico. Quickly traded out by Snatchy. There are still going to be a couple of players here. Moddy, Roman, hiding in the pit. Throw out a smoke to try and allow for the wraparound, and PHR already picks off one. Nice trade back from Moddy. Actually gets a second as well, but they've dealt with the man in pit and left it onto a 2v2 retake. Both players with incendiaries, which definitely makes things a little bit more interesting. The fact is, though, they don't have a kit, and that's the biggest factor. What is the delay? It's still 2 minutes. Molotov. Going down just to hold them that little bit longer. Without a kit, it becomes very difficult, but they do manage to find one kill, and S-Tag gets the second as well. However, oh, I don't know if he's got that. Just about, I think he's got that, yep. Very close, but Heroic do win themselves the first round on the board. It is going to be plenty of money for AGO to bounce back with and a possible break in. Now, they do have enough money that they could drop an AWP here, and they are going to buy one. Who's going to have it? Is it just going to be Nico? S-Tag's dropped his gun. Maybe he wants it. You may want something, Nico, but that doesn't mean you're going to receive it. So, oh, sorry, S-Tag. So it is just going to be Nico AWPing. Maybe down to spawn, but actually he's not going to go for an aggressive peek at all, so I guess it isn't. Nico AWPing? Did anybody expect that? Maybe they're just doing like, he can afford it, screw it, let him have it. Either way, we are going to see some aggression coming out. He's could have afforded an AWP of their own. In fact, they could have comfortably bought an AWP. But instead, they've opted to stick with the 5 rifles. I can definitely understand that on the T side of Inferno. AWP normally used as more of a counter. Lightning. Ruby means. No, I do not. I think someone's, again, told me in the past. S-Tag going to be boosted up. Has some utility to try and slow down any pushes. I have to say, I quite like S-Tag's resurgence, or Easy Tag, as supposedly said, but I don't like the sound of that name. That's the other thing. If I don't like the sound of a name, I will just say what I think sounds better. And then, if they come and correct me, like, for example, ANJ. He told me it's not Ange, so I will say ANJ. But if they don't correct me when I'm saying S-Tag, then I'm not going to change my mind. If someone else does, then deal with it. Either way, execution onto the side. Freiberg up above, the King of Banana looking to try and reclaim his throne. Instead, he's going to get shot. Sometimes that happens when you want to be king. However, Nico, well, he doesn't last long with the AWP. He takes one. Looks like I'm done with that. Out of here. Switch over to the rifle. Definitely better for a retake. A long flank coming in from Croman. Wow is taking the peak now. There's no utility left for the T side. The CTs have a little bit to play with. Croman actually is going to win the battle. And now Groovy has to switch his attention. Flashbang solid as well. It's now all on to Furlan. 1 versus 3. And he's going to be cleared. Nice retake coming in from the CT side. This time, they have plenty of time to get the defusal if they do have themselves a kit. And it will be 3-2. But another bomb plant means, you guessed it, another buy. Here we go, though. T-side, as said, they're still going to have a buy going into this round. They are going to be flashing through the smoke. It actually catches Nico completely blind. Sight will be removed for a moment. But we have seen this gamble come in once again. This time, it is Mr. King of Banana. And Mr. King doesn't really work, does it? Unless you're talking about Martin Luther, and then it would be Dr. King, so... Dr. King of Banana! Freiberg. He sat alone. Has the possibility of a quick rotation from Nico, but it is looking like it's going to be this push on towards the A side. S-Tag with the flash, but the flash does not catch Snatchy. For that matter, he's able to get the opening pick. Molotov will hold them back a little bit longer. They've got to do with the man on the site. Furlan spins around and he gets himself 2. And Ruby says that's enough from you and shuts him down. And they still haven't dealt with Croman. The pit. gets the bomb down and takes him down. And now Freiberg, well, he kinged Banana. He bossed it over there. Nobody got down that side of the map. Now he has to be in for the retake. Seen incredible things from Freiberg on this map, time and time again. However, now both players seem to be halted on his position, and Grube will take him down. 4-2, bounce back from the T's, and now the CT side are struggling for cash once more. Nope. Straight up USPs. Oosps, as Mr. Just Harry. I don't know why I keep saying Mr. Mr. Russell, there you go. That's his surname. For anybody who didn't know what Harry's surname was, it's Russell. He's probably about to get one of the easiest rounds of their lives. They're going to throw in a lot of utility anyway. Look to just clear all of these spots. Look for anybody just waiting around. The fact is, there's no one here. It is a clear sight. It's empty. Tao has spotted every single player, and he's going to tuck his tail and run. And, okay, Groovy. Headshots through smoke. There is actually a picture of Freiberg photoshopped onto Donkey Kong, and he's holding the banana with the crown on. Brilliant picture. Whoever made that, top draw. Either way, not bad in terms of damage. CT side will take themselves a couple of AKs as well, make themselves a decent amount of cash going into the next, and actually keep AGO honest. Even though they've won 5 rounds, that was not what I meant to do. Brought up the map, but yeah, even though they managed to win themselves 5 rounds, they are still struggling for money. The CT side have not let them get away with it. Nico actually is sticking with the AWP, so there you go. Somebody said it was S-Tag, somebody said it was Croman. By the looks of it, it's Nico. So yeah, nobody knows. Stat, Roman. Sprayed the early damage done, and actually does even further onto Snatch, who's left onto just 12 HP. There we go. Once again, the execution coming in onto the site. Nico will be here with the AWP to defend it, but he falls and leaves it onto Freiberg, and, well, he doesn't last much longer. Bomb has been planted. Fried up like a burger. As he... down, it will be just S-Tag remaining. Has an AK at least. Fact is, the T's are about to get themselves another. Well, at least again, that's the one thing that Heroic have been very good at when they are losing rounds. None of them have been easy. None of them have been dominant. Okay, except this one. He's still not in the best situation, but they are winning themselves the maps. Of course, their map pick, although the pick of Train, not necessarily a bad one for AGO either, so I don't think they'll be too unhappy with that choice. AGO did lose to them 69 the last time they played. Side of Mirage was actually 1917 in favour of Heroic. We could still have a series on our hands. AGO, they're going to need to take their back pick. Roman with some aggression, but it is going to be Tao to just about take him down, only on 4 HP. Just remember, S-Tag still has a rifle in hand. So looking to push in straight towards this A site. Only gonna be one defender, Nico here with his See You Later alligator. Still one of the greatest skins, I think. Fan. And well, not expecting much from the CTs here. S-Tag just gonna opt to save his gun. Don't blame him. Nice easy kill for Nico. That is actually an AWP. Now, he's the man who's wanted to play it, but he's not going to get anywhere near it. And I imagine they'll make sure that that's saved. Tao does have to get out of there fairly soon, as he's very low on HP. Have actually rotated S-Tag in. Still trying to do a little bit of damage, but PHR boosted above the smoke. And even still, like, they had a chance to get out of this round with a lot of players surviving. Instead, there's only going to be 2. So, again, the CT side do a hell of a lot of damage. Keep Heroic's economy honest, or keeps AGO's economy honest. I'm sure Sedicus will be back soon. I've always got on with him well. Whenever I've met him, I think he just said something stupid, but yeah, that's all I really want to say about it. He knows the mistakes he's made, and he's the one who has to deal with them. CT side in with a double op setup now, so S-Tag will at least have the secondary, but almost goes down. Got a little bit toasty in there. Freiberg watch as his teammate is tagged down to just 3 HP. 3 men actually over towards short. Now, this is going to be unexpected, to say the least. However, it may not matter. Only one of them survives. Nico at least takes a fadeaway shot. Rotation is going to be coming in. Actually, Snatchy completely caught, overwhelmed. And while this T-side from AGO has just started to dominate, only S-Tag left standing. Tag able to keep onto this AWP. Looks like it, as he takes down the one man who was anywhere near him.
Terrorists win.
Juggled around. CT side going to go for a force. I think this is getting to the point of no return for Heroic, so they are going to start taking a few risks. They got the max loss bonus behind them anyway. See though, S-Tag actually finds the initial kill. Furlan going to be going down. Now the T's actually have to work from a man disadvantage. They're going to start to make their way on towards this A site. Nico already here, and the rotation coming around from Freiberg as well, so we'll just leave S-Tag as the lone defender of the B site. PHR getting a little bit skeptical that maybe somebody will be pushing him from behind, but Fact is, it's a very passive hold. He's trying to bait in a few players to even turn back, but as of yet, it isn't happening. This definitely looks like the best opportunity we've seen so far from Heroic, as they've actually still managed to keep a lot of their utility into the later portions of this round. Be beginning. Freiberg smoked off. Will use the incendiary to at least buy some time for remaining players of his team. That Molotov's going to buy even more time. They want to clear out the angles, but they've only got 20 seconds left on the clock. Freiberg spraying through the smoke, and Croman's already found one into the pit. A lot of this will come down onto if Tau can do something incredible, and well, now he has to. 14 seconds. I think he needs to turn on an aimbot to win this round, and it isn't going to happen. 8-3. Back on the board are Heroic, but there's still the chance for the reset. Plenty of money in the bag for this Heroic side, or AGO side. Again, S-Tag actually with the aggressive peak manages to take down PHR. Finally seeing a change, and I think this man on the AWP may be the change that they needed. Eastside money really hasn't been built up, especially considering they won 5 rounds in a row. Ready though, the push coming in on the other side of the map as Croman and Modi combine. Croman with a double, and Tau is left to try and fight this alone. Knows that there won't be too much, and actually, he may just want to save this AK. It's a long, long save, though. Please don't tell me he's going to sit there for a whole minute. Like, I'd like, in all honesty, he should try and save it, because he has more money than the rest of his team anyway. But this is just going to be one of the most boring, like, minutes of anybody's lives, as he literally is saving in a 1 versus 5 with so much time left on the clock. Unless, if he goes back and dies now, I'm not sure if I'll be more or less annoyed. He's already wasted 45 seconds. Is he actually going to push back? Yeah.
Terrorists win.
Now I'm even more confused. Well, the T-side money has been broken. DTs can now start to build up. S-Tag, that's a meaty nade. Does a decent amount of damage, but we've got the push coming in over towards this B side. Everybody just running in. The Molotov will hold them back even further, and the T's just trying their best to force the issue. Freiberg does manage to get himself a couple. If they can get this kill onto S-Tag, they have a chance, and actually Groovy will do just that. Bomb will be going down. Snatchy's retrieved an AWP, and Eco doesn't expect anybody to be that aggressive. So it's now into a 2v2. Somehow, this is actually possible. Snatchy at the back of the site has that AWP. Waiting for the push. Furlan almost acting as bait here. Will go down. Now Snatchy is stuck between a rock and a hard place. 2 players going to be looking to try and hold this angle down. Clock is starting to tick, but with an AWP, it definitely isn't the ideal weapon. Oh, he actually hits the shot! That is so unbelievably unlucky.
Counter-terrorists win.
Croman just slightly elevated in his angle, and that, I almost feel bad for him there. If that was a little bit higher up, he gets the kill. Oh, though. Further chance of resurgence. Oh. You know, just a bit of a wall or battle, but the fact is, S-Tag's already fallen back. Double AWP setup will be in once again. This time, Nico again picking up. I almost want to say the secondary now, although he was the one picking it up initially. I've got a man lurking in the backlines, but now Snatchy finds the opener. Nico, he's rotated in, but the fact is, to find anything here is going to be so difficult. Bomb already crossed it, although actually PHR takes the fight and gives it back into a 4v3. By the looks of things, the CT side may just opt to hold on to what they've got. Bomb down, retake on the B side with an AWP. Doesn't look like a likely scenario. Now remember, pretty much all of the rounds that we saw earlier were sort of lots of damage rounds and forced plenty of rebuys. Of course, in this scenario, it's not so important as this will be AGO's 9th round. There's only one left. Realistically, their buy isn't going to be affected. Same time, CT side's buy is probably not going to be affected too much, even if they lose a weapon or two, though. It's only really the AWP that might be lost. Up 9-5, AGO have won themselves the half at a minimum, and looking to get that 10-5 half. Now, bear in mind, they have never beaten Heroic. They've gone to overtime once, they've lost 8 times. They've never even taken a map. Obviously, this is a completely different team to what we've seen recently, but even when we had Freiburg standing in last time, Bino in the roster, they still managed to beat them. So I wouldn't bet too much against Heroic just yet, but at the same time now, Rubino's not here, Croman stood in. Obviously, Snappy and Yugi have left. And there's a different team altogether. Side. Looking for an opener towards this B side once again. The double AWP setup was, of course, retained. These are going to fall back in towards this A site once again. Croman has been doing a good job from the pit, especially considering he stood in today. Or the sick Rubino. Look how much utility Heroic still have. There's only 35 seconds left on the clock. They've got 3 incendiaries, a smoke, a load of flashbangs. They're more than set up for this push to come in. How already be going down. Nico with the AWP doing work. Actually will be there to trade, but now the clock starts to tick, and this is where the problems begin. They do manage to find themselves a couple of kills, but Croman's dropped the bomb. That should be it, done and dusted. Groomy needs to do something impressive, and he doesn't know that there's still a man in the corner in the form of Modi. This round is all but done. It is going to be a 9-6 half. Nothing Furlan can do about that. Heroic, at least with the last few rounds, managed to save themselves what could have been quite an embarrassing scoreline. Either way. Pistol round definitely going to play a big part. I do think the Heroic could take this on the CT side, but the fact is they've got their in-game leader missing. I will, however, say, though, that obviously Modi has been playing with Snappy for a long, long time. I imagine a lot of the strategies, a lot of the knowledge, the experience will be there. And they also have Freiburg to add in a little bit more. Now, Freiburg was never renowned for, like, in-game leading. That's not what he was there for. But at the same time, he definitely does have a depth of knowledge, and I'm sure he'll be more than willing to throw in nuggets of knowledge. try and help out in these sort of scenarios. But if AGO can take themselves the pistols, they're gonna more than set to take this on the CT side. Obviously, managing to win themselves the first one as well and kick off their T side very efficiently. And I wonder if we're going to see the exact same strategy. The rush B coming in from Heroic. Oh, maybe not so much of a rush. A waltz. A slow gander towards. Right? Players currently set towards the back. Quite a bit of utility as well. And even a Molotov onto S-Tag, which is just going to be used to clear closer angles. This is going to make things very difficult. Get to be thrown in. Now they go pushing. Scarlet is ready and waiting. There's the Molotov. They leave it a little bit to try and buy them some time. Cal looking to try and survive, but I say try, he fails. Nico's the one to get the double entry on towards the site. Now remember, there wasn't a kit. The smoke that they threw is awful, but the fact is, it doesn't matter. Freiberg actually still has an HE. Really sure what that's going to be used for, but the fact is the time is ticking. Desperate need of a quick kill, and it's just not being given to them at all. Nico will get his third. BMPH are trying their best, but it is going to be the pistol round going the way of Heroic. Now they have the chance to build back into this one. Again, looking to try and take some control over towards Banana. CTs have actually saved money. I like seeing this on a map, especially like Inferno, when just utility plays such a big part. And when you go into your first Byron, you just want to make sure that you have everything you need. In this one, at least, they have nothing. So it is just going to be a slaughter. T-side very easily get themselves both entry kills and... well... Heroic are going to be taking their 8th. They're right back in this game. Just remember, there was a point where they were, what, 8-2 down? Turn this right around. All the way back to 9-9. Well, pretty much. I'd be very surprised if we see any sort of crazy round coming out from AGO in the next, especially now that all of their extra weaponry utility is just being removed piece by piece.
Terrorists win.
And well, Freiberg just going to be looking to try and make some extra money once again. With the MAC-10, not really much invested here. Groovy actually has enough that he could... well, they could go for a double AWP if they really wanted to into the next round. We know that obviously Snatchy's going to be picking one up. Heroic have always been a team that have been able to surprise me. In qualifiers where I haven't expected too much, they have been a team that always seem to be able to get themselves to the latter stages. I remember them in ECS qualifiers beating Imperial, especially like that was just when Yugi had like taken his break, and it was sort of looking at it going, okay, just the level of firepower, and they managed to just mind game their opponents into oblivion just by playing sort of passive switch up plays. Great stack. Now, really, Freiberg should just find this out very quickly indeed. And the remaining players can just walk in towards that A side. No problem. Pushing into the stack, Furlan actually manages to kick things off. Maybe the lead is not going to be taken. Furlan manages a second. And this is going from bad to worse. Somehow, oh, this is... No, this can't be a full eco win. This can't. Moddy's only got 14 seconds. I think they're actually going to do this. The bomb's down. He's got it. Oh, my God. Oh, is he going to get it? Is he going to get it last second? Oh, he doesn't. BHR gets the kill. Oh, my God. Oh, that was a full eco. Oh, no. ATO are going to keep the lead. I genuinely don't know what to say. The stack worked. Those are gamble plays. Stick everybody over towards one site, have the crossfire in, and if the T side don't probe properly, stuff like that can happen. Heroic absolutely going to be kicking themselves here, but they can look to try and reset their opponents. PHR will obviously have the free gun. They've still got double orb set up in for the CT side. Can't find Gambit versus Avantgarde. Oh, this because tomorrow. Should be tomorrow at least. B side. Mistakes have been made. Question is, can they rectify them? Minute left on the clock. As said, there's a double op setup in play and a decent amount of utility as well. S-tag. We'll at least find an opener and actually managing to do quite a bit here. Looking for a little bit more. It's only going to be Tao on the site with the AWP, who does go for the peak and managed to get himself one. Wants a little bit more. Freiburg gets tagged, but it's not quite enough. Long rotation coming in from the remaining players, and Snatchy, he's on a hot flank. Has managed to already pick off one. Looking to try and get that bomb down, and actually, they know he's there. What has just happened? Snatchy gets all 3 kills in the end. 4 total. And again, it looked like Heroic had that round dead to rights, and instead, now their money is ruined. They were right back in this game, and they have thrown it all away. That is big, big mistakes. Spray down. Pretty easy stuff. Victory that... Well, that's how it should be done. Remember when I said nothing crazy would happen? Shut up! Side. They've got themselves a buy once again, though. CT side have built up a little bit of money, but not anything too crazy. They're not safe by any stretch of the imagination, and while looking for a faster play here, but Croman pushes in alone. Will be met by the wrath of Furlan. Minute 30 left on the clock, though, so the T still have plenty of time to try and rectify these rounds. Roman is Norwegian. See this in a couple of minutes when the stream catches up. Minute 5. Clock. He's just playing very slowly at the moment, waiting to see if there's any further aggression out, which somewhat is. Snatchy's still peeking into middle. He's looking to try and find another pick for his team, and spotted anything. Has to be careful about the players in apps, but nothing is found. There's some aggression coming out from Tao. They waited for aggression, and that flashbang is perfect, but Freiburg is just able to escape. Some say he knows that banana pretty well. Definitely hasn't had the game of his life. 30 seconds left on the clock as an incendiary still blocks him. There's a couple of flashbangs and a third player already beginning his rotation. The smoke's falling over. That should just pull the dedication of Snatchy in. Flashbang will be popped out and leaves the players completely blind, in fact. With only 15 seconds left on the clock, they need to clear this site very quickly indeed. But it seems like they're doing a decent job of it. Tao going to be left on the site. Has to try and do this alone, and the time is ticking away from Muddy. Great round again from Tao. He gets 4 kills while on low HP. And it is 13-8. AGO getting ever closer to taking this. And heading on to Train, which is still the opponent's map pick, but... make you wonder. Get their first map, will they get their first series? Again, going for this aggressive peek. This time the risk may not be worth so much of the reward as be pistols. And for a little bit of aggression, PHR does find one, but yeah, the aggression is actually punished this time, but the bomb will be dropped instead. AWP for Croman, which is something. They're just going to look to try and defend this bomb. Out. A little bit of aggression here. Croman actually is being set up with the AWP. Going to be spotting over the top. Nice kill back from him. Now they're actually just going to look to run straight on towards his site, but the bomb's still in apartments, at least for now. Smoke will be going over. They know. Player in behind them. Will they be close enough to hear the... Oh, I think Ruby heard it. I think he's going to know that the bomb's on the other side of the map. This will be perfect. He's going to spot it out. And they're just not even going to fight it. They get this kill onto Muddy and the round is pretty much done. Be able to defuse this bomb. He's going to be sneaking around on the site. Incendiary be thrown in. Got to be careful of these players flanking, though. They're taking quite a lot of time to actually just clear Muddy. PHR will be holding the backlines, and now they get that kill. This is all left onto S-Tag. Orc in hand, does manage the first, looks for the second, but can't quite do it. Although, it's close. There's still going to be another round on the board for AGO. 14-8. Eastside now have plenty of cash to be able to purchase. Buy on the board. No AWP coming in for the T side of Heroic. As said, it's not something that's really too necessary. Aggressive peek in, and actually manages to duck out of the way of the AWP for Snatchy, who's just going to be able to fade around the corner. Looks for another peek, but it's Ruby looking to spray them down. Trades across the board, leaves it onto just one man in the pit. And actually, PHR's got to be careful here. He's going to go down, caught with his pants down, and back into a 2 versus 2. Howe and Furlan, the ones remaining.
Bomb has been planted.
This is S-Tag and Muddy, the 2 top fraggers for their team. Decent amount of utility at least. So many angles left to clear. Tao is acting as somewhat of a distraction. Need these kills very quickly indeed. And actually, S-Tag maybe in a little bit of trouble here, but it won't matter as Muddy picks up one. Tao is left all on his lonesome. Knows where Muddy is, but there should be... Oh, no, wait, he's already got it. He's just got it, hasn't he? Oh, that is so close. I didn't actually notice S-Tag die. That's why I was so surprised. I was thinking there was going to be a trade, but instead, it's another bomb plant, but yet another clutch. The CT side continue to string them together. Did S-Tag die to the incendiary? Oh, now it gets dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Cal has bought himself an auto sniper. He has had enough. Wants this to end. It's a big investment, though. Mostly expected. Molotov, okay. Doesn't burn him. Wood doesn't catch fire, don't worry, guys. Ready, that auto sniper. The dirty, dirty auto sniper will find an initial kill. No real reason for Ruby to take that fight. Don't take your anger out on the chicken. Wolf is going to be handed over. Snatchy will take the rifle instead. Left on the clock. Hot flash in. Do go pushing. Snatchy does at least trade 1 for 1. Ruby's going to be watching with the AWP. Still, this leaves the advantage. His CT side. Be 3v3 onto the site as well. Ruby's still watching the angle. Now, he's low. He's the one sort of questionable factor here. Cross looking to be held. Gruby finds the opener. No trade available to him. And actually, Croman gets tagged through the wall as well. Gruby is doing a hell of a lot of damage. Eventually, he gets traded out, but now it is left on to Nico. And map number 1 is going to be going the way of AGO. Don't forget, you can type exclamation mark caster, not sellout, hashtag. And we are going to be going into map number 2. Train, Heroic, looking to try and continue their trend of not losing to this team. This is the first map they've ever lost to AGO. Either way, we'll be back in a bit.